What is up, you guys? It's your favorite tarot reader, and I am back. Except for I'm not back with another read. I am back with a mental health meets spirituality episode, whatever the fuck I titled it. Okay, honey. Period. So in today's video, I will be retouching on a couple topics that I've already talked about because I do have a couple more subscribers, and I have noticed that my mental health videos don't get as many views as the other ones. So I figured because a lot of people don't go back to old videos, that I would just post an updated one. So that you guys can kind of like, maybe if y'all stumble across this, y'all will check this one out and y'all will resonate with it, or y'all will just want to learn more about it, and then y'all will check out my other ones. Okay, so in this video, I will be touching on the Ascended Masters. I will be touching on how I manifested DID for myself, what I believe DID to be like as far as spirituality goes, and stuff like that. So again, I've touched on all of these topics, but they've all been in separate videos. So each separate video is a little bit more detailed than this one right here. But yeah, so firstly, yeah, as y'all know, a part of my mission, I'm not gonna say I was labeled with, but one of my generational curses in my family is mental illness, and I am here to teach y'all that mental illness is not real. Okay, mental illness is just spirituality. The voices that you hear, the disability that you have, actually, it's not a fucking disability, bitch. Like, it's an ability, period. All of those things that they try to categorize you as are very, very spiritual. Autism, cerebral palsy, illness and shit. Fucking having a stomach ache is fucking spiritual, bitch. Like, that's you. That mean you emotional, bitch. That mean you need to release. That mean you need to go take a shit. You know, like, everything to me is spiritual. So, what do I think DID is? For me personally, don't nobody gotta have the same beliefs, especially when you're spiritual. You know that everybody receives messages differently from God. How I have been told to perceive DID is I have multiple ascended masters who have ascended already, who have a new life mission, and their life mission is to be my guide as a personality, right? Now, there are different levels to ascended masters, okay? There are ascended masters who come back here, like, and walk the earth, like, not actually, like, walk the earth, you know, but like they are angels and shit like that. Like, they pick up trash, they'll move something in your house. Archangel Michael a lot of the time will like take shit from you, like, you know, like he'll take my phone sometime. He'll take something that I'll be like, I knew that shit was right there for fucking 3 weeks, and then now it's not there no more. I know that was him. Archangel Gabriel is really, really good for parking spaces. Like, if you ask him to make you a parking space, like, he'll literally, like, go and remove a car, make them leave, and then you'll have a fucking parking space. So there are ascended masters who have ascended so much that, like, they don't have just one fucking mission. They don't have just one person to be attached to. Like, they are just here helping the collective. There are also ascended masters who get to chill, like the grandmas, the OG ascended masters, who get to live in paradise, who get to live in Zion, who get to have a multiple abundance, who get to have whatever it is that they want. Like, the people in paradise, they can come here to help us, but they don't really have to. Like, at this point, they don't even have attachments to us humans no more. Like, they have just kind of like ascended, and they up there chilling with God. Like, it just is what it is. And then there is the lowest level of the ascended masters. These are the people who have recently died, or not recently as in like this like lifetime, but these are people who kind of like haven't ascended to being, they haven't been ascended masters for long. So maybe like a century or something like that. They've been dead or something. Like, you know, it's, and not even so, because my grandma is one of my ancestors. Like, a lot of my I have a lot of roots in Africa, like, not this lifetime, like, not this family, but I have a lot of ancestral team members who were slaves and stuff like that. And my twin flame, he is one of my protectors, and we were slaves together. And we didn't end up getting to be together. Well, my mom, Kamaya Sky, is my mom, or was my mom in a past life, and Pretty much, my mom, Kamaya Sky, was raped by a white man, thus creating me and my twin flame. My twin flame was my brother during the time where we were slaves, and we got separated from our father. Again, we have abandonment issues, and we were forced to like have to run with our mom. And unfortunately, my brother didn't make it or whatever, and yeah, so it's just a long like background. It's a long background. I don't even know why I brung that up. I just was guided to speak that. But anyways, so yeah, so the ascended masters who are like on the first level of becoming a ascended master, they have different like missions on earth. Like it's kind of like they still have missions here, and I feel like a lot of the times they are sent to people with mental illnesses, or they are sent to people who are struggling, or like homeless people, or like I feel like they are assigned specific humans. Like every time a human is born, they are assigned an grammatically correct, and an ancestral team. So my daughter has a whole ancestral team that I don't know. I have a whole ancestral team that my mama don't know. Like, and even in this lifetime, me and my mom is mama and daughter. When I become an ascended masters, who knows if I'm gonna even come back to this family. Obviously I'm leaving behind a legacy. So like Kamaya Sky and stuff like that, she is my legacy. But my mom is not my legacy. I am hers. So although she can probably come visit me if she wants to, I don't think that we have those ties with each other. I think this was like a karmic lesson. But however, so my spirit guides, my ancestral team was given to me so that they could help me cope with life, pretty much. With me being the high priestess of my family, with me being so powerful, I kind of feel like I don't know, y'all don't have to agree with me, but I feel like I know that God loves all of us equally, but I feel like, and I don't feel like I'm the only one, but I feel like my soul family, my soul tribe is powerful as hell. Like, I feel like we are, because I'm a Syrian alien, if y'all didn't know. My galactic roots are from Sirius. And the Sirius aliens were the first ones who came down here, like, as the Anunnaki, like, as just thought forms or as balls of energy. And then what happened was, they turned into giants, like literally, like they evolved over time, like they manifested bodies for themselves. They manifested themselves into trees and into plants and able to grow the fucking earth. Like literally, the Sirius aliens like created all of this shit, bitch. Period. So the fact that we are the oldest souls, I feel like we are the most protected. And God knew that I was going to go through a lot in my life. I've been through fucking everything, bitch. Like, there is nothing that I haven't went through except for being homeless. But yeah, so it's kind of just like when God knows that you're supposed to go through a lot, like, I don't know. I feel like God sent me an ancestral team, of DID members who would protect me from a lot of my trauma. So if y'all didn't know, I did 833 Thank You to the Masters. I posted a video about how I manifested DID. About how I manifested DID for myself. If y'all have not watched that video, I'll give you a quick spill. When I was 4 years old, I was molested. And the only way that I knew how to cope with it or to process, and my nose just got stuffed up, so I know I've been stuffing down those emotions and I've been repressing those emotions for a long time. And then I just swallowed the phlegm instead of spitting it up. So it's kind of a hard pill for me to swallow. And God knew that. God knows that my heart is so genuine and my heart is so pure and I'm so open and I'm so of love and I'm so of light. Like, God knew that she had to kind of like protect my heart. And I was an elephant in a past life, and elephants remember every fucking thing. And in a past life, I have died from heartbreak. Like, my mom was killed in front of me, as an elephant. And Kamaya Sky, again, she was a giraffe, and she took me in as an elephant. She wasn't my real mom, but she took me in, and she did the best that she could. But after like 6 years, I died of a broken heart, because elephants remember everything. And I used to have flashbacks of my mom being killed, and it just broke my heart. So in this lifetime, I struggle with memory. Like, I real life, like, And that's something that I'm overcoming. I'm overcoming my DID because I know what my DID is. That's why I don't have a label on myself like, oh, I have a mental illness. I tell people I have a mental illness because I have to be the vessel. Like, I have to be the voice that's going to teach y'all how to overcome mental illness, right? So, you can't heal others if you don't heal yourself. So if I don't just admit to what it is that's going on with me, how can I help others, right? So pretty much, like, I'm overcoming it by remembering shit. When you have DID, chunks of your life are go fucking missing. Like, they go missing. Depending on which spirit guide is out at that time, that spiritual guide will hold those memories. Now, this is where spirituality comes into. You can tap into those memories. Like, nothing, you don't forget anything. Like, you have blood in your body, bitch. Your blood has fucking DNA cells that has stuff remembered in it from your fucking royal ass blood from the first fucking Anunnaki soul that was here. Like, your blood holds memory. Like, so it ain't shit that you can ever forget. Nothing that happened to you can you forget. And I have the power to, like, tap into my spiritual guides and go in the house and talk to them, 1111, thank you, Ascended Masters, and ask them stuff about my memory. I can retrieve memory through, like, meditation and shit like that. Most times I don't. Like, it's something that I haven't really, like, tapped into yet because, like, as I go on my journey, I feel like I'm appreciating the fact that it's slow coming. I respect my journey. I respect the fact that I'm not completely healed yet because I feel like 1133, I'm taking y'all with me. Y'all gonna watch me heal myself. Y'all gonna notice me become a whole different person. Y'all gonna, like, all of that is gonna be seen, and I'm gonna help y'all do the same. So, yeah. Pretty much, like, my ancestral team was chosen to kind of, like, come here and help me out when I cannot deal with shit. So whenever I'm stressed out, whenever, pretty much, like, how I manifested DID for myself was when I was in a situation that I could not process my feelings for, I couldn't process my thoughts or my emotions or what I was experiencing. I had to call on somebody else to help me do that. Like, I couldn't deal with that 12-12. And I feel like God at the time wanted me to be protected because things could have turned out a whole different way. I could have been raped and I could have turned into a rapist. Like, I could have never wanted to have children. My womb could have been traumatized, like, type shit. My baby could have been born from anger because I held all those memories in. But God protected me and Kamaya Sky because I really don't have those memories. 333, thank you, Ascended Masters. I really don't think about that shit. Like, when I think about it, I immediately come on here and be like, I gotta do a video because I know those thoughts are coming up for a reason. Like, sometimes I'll sit with the shit and I'll just talk out loud to myself as if I'm filming a video, but I'm not, and that really helps as well. But it's just a need of kind of like, these Ascended Masters are here to kind of like serve you, if that makes sense. So my DID is kind of like, it doesn't look like everybody else's, which I've done another video about that as well. Why my DID looks different. If you haven't seen that video, I'll leave a link down below. But yeah, so it's kind of like, what was I saying? Why my DID looks different. Okay. Why my DID looks different. So for people who and I'm not saying their DID is invalid, 323, thank you, Ascended Masters, because everybody is valid. Everybody, what they feel, what they think, what they see, what they hear is valid. And some people with DID literally have like whole ass personalities that like come out and are like different, like they dress different and they feel different from the body. Like, those are Ascended Masters who have yet to ascend. They are still living in another body. Like, they don't accept the body that they are in. They don't, like, sometimes people who have mental illness do have, ancestors that they are supposed to heal. Like, it's like lineage that needs to be healed. So that Ascended Master was sent here to heal themselves and also to heal that person. So, like, I know I watch a couple people with DID on YouTube. Well, I only watch two. Team Pinata and the Dissociated system. Those are the only two teams that I watch. I mean, the only two systems that I watch. But yeah, and they're engaged. So yeah, but pretty much I keep forgetting what the fuck I be saying. But yeah, so pretty much like guides like that, like guides who don't really like themselves and shit like that, like they have their own trauma that they come here with, like like they have their own trauma that they come here with, and they put that onto you. Like they put that onto you for you to heal. It's kind of like, so if they can come back with like feeling like they lost the love of their life, like they died before they got to be with the love of their life, right? So they'll come back in this lifetime, and it's like they'll be like hella bitter towards love, and like they'll make you bitter towards love whenever that guide is out. Like you can have a boyfriend, but they don't really want to fuck with your boyfriend type shit. Like it can be like that, you know. So that's how it works for some people. For me, all of my guides are like in cahoots. Like all of my whole ancestral team is here to serve me. Like not to serve me, but I do feel like they are here to help me ascend. Meaning like they collectively or collaboratively help me be me. Like they don't come out and all be different. Now, I can't say that like they don't all have their own characteristics and personalities, because they do. I can tell watching certain videos that like, oh, this is a different person, or this is a different spiritual guy. I can tell in my voice, I can tell in my demeanor, I can tell in my body language, and I can tell in my face expressions. And this is the thing. A lot of people manifest DID worse for themselves than it even needs to be. If you think about it, everybody who has DID started to have DID as a child. DID is formed as a child between the ages of 1 and 7. Before your brain is fully, the personality is fully developed. It's kind of like how you create a coping mechanism for trauma. DID is only created out of trauma so that you don't have to deal with something, right? So, when people manifest DID for themselves as a child, we go through our whole childhoods without really realizing that we are switching out, you know? But as soon as people start to realize, they make it like, they exaggerate it. Like, you can go your whole life with DID without anybody noticing. I've went my whole life with DID without anybody noticing, you know? And, it's crazy because, like, to me, you know, I feel normal. Like, I feel normal. But, you know, when you see other people, or when you tell other people and they don't see your DID looking like somebody else's, it's automatically like, oh, you're lying, or it's not real, or it's fake. And I'm here to tell you that whatever you feel in your heart is valid. You don't even have to claim that you have multiple personalities. But if you can tell in your heart and soul that sometimes your memory is a little fuzzy, sometimes you can't recollect stuff that happened even a day ago or an hour ago. Like with me, I don't have full recollection of like a whole day. Like a whole entire day, I could not sit here and tell you what I did from morning to night. I could not, because I'm not here all the time. Like me, Caprice, I'm not here all the time. And like, I don't know all of my ancestors' names. Like, I don't know like who everybody is and all of that kind of stuff. I feel like for me, I'm more so learning to kind of like integrate everybody into just Caprice. What happens with DID is, as our ancestors like fulfill their mission. So let's say, because I had a really, really angry spirit guide for a long ass time, like a long ass time. Especially like after I had my child. I was going through postpartum depression, or what I felt like was postpartum depression. It wasn't. 333, thank you to the masters. It wasn't. It was just one of my spirit guides who I had taken on, who had dealt with a lot of my pain, who decided that since I'm hurt, like, since y'all motherfuckers hurt me, I'm finna hurt y'all back. So I was lashing out at everybody. Everybody that I felt had hurt me, I was like hurting them back. Like my mom, my little brother, even my daughter. Like shit, she hurt me during childbirth and whatever. Like it was kind of like I felt like my best friend Shaquan, like everybody that I felt like had ever hurt me. Like I was just mean. Like I was mean to everybody, and I integrated her. I integrated that spirit. And it took a lot of healing work. Like when you want to integrate one of your spirits, like you have to literally, like y'all have to work together to heal whatever it is that that spirit guide came out of. And she had came out of pain. She came out of pain. So what did I have to do? I had to talk to her and I had to address the pain. Like, you know, sometimes I would just, whenever I would have a rage or whenever I would be, because like I can snap. and I can snap for a long ass time, and I will. I'll be snapping on my mama and my family and just going off, and like, like sometimes I get like that. Like, I'm not gonna say she 100% gone. No, she's gone. She already integrated. I just heard like she is. I heard she is in my head. So she's gone. Even if I ever get angry again, I'm never gonna be angry like she was. I don't hold that anger anymore. So it was a lot of stuff that we had to sit down and talk about. And it's not like we talked like, hey girl, what you angry about? What you angry about? It was more so me like talking aloud to her and kind of just telling her, like, comforting her, like telling her like it's okay, like you are so worthy, like nobody was specifically like hurting you. These motherfuckers was making you strong. These motherfuckers was teaching you. Like, I had to continuously like tell her that like you are worthy, you are deserving. And once she felt okay, I felt like God felt like she loved herself enough to be like, okay, you ready to become a different kind of ascended master. Like, you don't need to be with Caprice no more because you've worked on your anger issues that you didn't work on, in your past life before you passed away. You didn't ascend. You was close, bitch, but you still had anger when you died. So you had to come back with Caprice, heal that shit, and now you can come and you can do some different work. Now you can go be a fucking plant or something and give oxygen to the earth if you want to. Now you get to pick your destiny, because when you first become an ascended master, you don't get to pick where the fuck you go to. Like, you just are assigned a fucking human being, right? And so a lot of my ancestral team, a lot of my spiritual guys are starting to go home. Like, a lot of them are starting to ascend through helping me ascend. I do have littles, like little me's in the inside in the house, and they don't ever come out. Like, they don't ever come out. Well, I can't say ever, because sometimes when I am tapping into my inner child, like, they will come out, but they never come out in the world. They only come out in my house, like in my house when I'm playing with Kamaya Sky, or like sometimes like when I'm watching a kid movie or something, they'll come out and like they rock themselves. Like, I can just tell when I'm in like a child like trance or whatever. But the reason why I don't allow them to come out is because they are fragile, and I would never want to put them in a position where they feel vulnerable or they feel hurt again. Like, that's not what I want to do, because then I would myself regress. So my mission now that I'm working on is tapping into my littles, because I feel like all of my adult guides are here to like help me with like stress. I still stress. I still worry sometimes. I still have fears. I'm going to always have fears and shit. Like, it's kind of like I'm learning to like release worry and shit like that. Like, I'm learning to kind of like tap into who they are and why they're here and stuff like that. Like, and the 3 main adults that I have now, I'm telling you, like, one comes and makes me feel my emotions. Like, one be like, bitch, your feelings are valid. If you want to be irritated today, you get to be irritated. And she be like she be like, bitch, and who gonna do something about it? Like, bitch, what the fuck? Like, she kind of ghetto. Like, I don't know. Like, she be like, good looking, bro. Like, and I'll be like, I don't even say that shit. Like, bitch, who the fuck are you? Like, what are you talking about? But yeah, like, she'll get on somebody's ass, like, like, and I'm soft. Like, I can't even fight. Like, I'm gentle. I hold big weight. Like, I hold big weight, but I'm gentle. I'm a gentle giant. And like, she'll come out, and like, I have Iris. She's the mother. She's my grandma. She kind of just like, she helped me with like my self-esteem. Like, she just tells me like, you so beautiful. Like, she remind me to look at myself sometime. Like, she'll make me walk past the mirror or something, or like she's the one who is spiritual. Like, she's the one who be like, like, I don't do seances. I don't know why I said that, but like, girl, I'm not gonna do no seances. I don't even know what that word means. That sound weird though. So don't, girl, listen. I just got chills. But yeah, Iris, she's like the head honcho. Like, she's kind of just like, she makes sure everything is in check. She take care of the littles. Like, she just kind of like, she keep everything straight. Like, she keep everything straight. She makes sure shit is together. And then I have a worry wart. Like, she is kind of like, she has OCD. Like, her ass, 33, thank you, 10 master. Her ass will literally like fucking look for Like, she will have me looking for a remote for like 3 hours. And I'm like, I don't even want to watch TV right now, but the fact that I don't got this fucking remote, bitch, I'm finna go fucking look for it. Like, she's so like anal about everything. Like, she the one that be making me clean my house up. Like, she's the one who be teaching me how to cook. She's kind of like a mother. Like, she's like a mother, like a worried mother who like couldn't have children. Aw, that's sad. I just learned something new about her. She couldn't have children, and now she kind of treat me like a child. Like, she be making sure my house clean, doing my laundry and shit. Like, cause me, Caprice, I would never do that. If y'all saw my old house, my house was always fucking dirty, bitch. Like, it wasn't dirty, but it was just junky to the point where like it was just like piles of clothes and shit. Now my shit is in the closet, bitch. Like, she be taking care of the kid. Like, you know, like over time, I just feel like they grow with you, if that makes sense. I don't even know where this video was going or where it was supposed to go. I just wanted to talk to y'all. So I don't know if I even touched on what I was supposed to touch on in this video. I was kind of just rambling about me and about my spirit guides, y'all. Like, it is so okay for your DID not to be noticeable. It's okay for you not to tell nobody if you don't want to. Like, bitch, it's not something you have to tell people. It's not something that's like a big deal. To me, it's not a big deal. It's just it's your spirituality. It's how you connect with God. It's how you connect with your ancestors. It's how, you know, you heal yourself. Like, eventually I will get to a position where I can go in the house, I can have Iris be out here, and I can just sit down and I can meditate and I can talk to my littles and be like, okay, what happened to me as a kid? You know, but because I feel like I'm protecting my heart, I feel like honestly I wouldn't have been able to be where I am today if I would have had those memories. If I would have had memories of being molested and raped and touched and hurt, and like memories with my mom and my dad, and just like the way that I grew up. I didn't grow up bad. I had a very good childhood, but I just felt neglected. Like, that was my perception, that I was neglected and shit. So with all of that shit, it's just kind of like, if I had all of that on me, I would be a mean ass person. I would be evil, bitch. I don't know where the fuck my life would be if I didn't have DID. I am so appreciative for not having memory sometime, because I just be like, I don't gotta deal with it. Like, I don't have to deal with it, but it is an avoidant tactic that I use. It is something that I have to heal within myself, because you can't avoid everything. And now I'm starting to realize the negative side of DID, because now I don't remember a lot of shit. Like, I don't remember my daughter's birthday parties. I don't remember my birthday parties. I don't remember like my first kiss. I don't remember my first time having sex. So, like, real sex, not molestation. Like, I don't, like, I just don't remember the good shit. Like, it's kind of like, it's good and bad that comes with having DID, and sometimes it fucking sucks not being able to remember. And that's why I feel like it's a part of my healing process, to help my ascended masters teach me that, like, my memories are not pain. Just because in a past life I died from memories, it doesn't mean that that has to be my life this time, you know? So yeah, I don't know if I touched on what I was supposed to touch on in this video, but if you guys still enjoyed it, please leave me a comment down below. On these videos, I definitely want us to kind of like interact with each other and tell each other like our stories and stuff. Again, I've always talked about it, but I want this to be a community for us. I want us to all kind of like engage with each other and love on each other and be a soul family. We are a collective. I want us to all send each other love and light. If you have any advice, any questions, or anything for anyone in the comments, leave a comment down below. Subscribe to the channel if this is your first time watching, and go ahead and like the video. Put it all up in your likes video, so that maybe one day, if this video doesn't resonate, maybe it'll resonate in a year or something like that. You know, you never know. You never know. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I am taking personal readings. You guys can cash at me at MoneySignCapriceCooks. You can also email me or Apple Pay me at capricecooks@icloud.com. Y'all right? I'm out of here.